Good. Good morning, everybody, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this. I'm Mr. Coen. This is Ms. Wolleon. We are the health and phys ed teachers here at Mates Academy. The senior parents probably have a pretty good idea of what goes on here at Mates as far as health and phys ed goes, and to all the freshman parents, this will be something new. I'd say the key word that we stress in our program is flexibility. We don't have a proper gymnasium like most schools do, but we do have the workout facility that you see behind us, and we have the cafeteria to use at all times for different types of games. And then we have an area out back, volleyball court, a basketball court, and we have the fields down at Southern Regional that we also are able to use on occasion. We are going to be, the freshmen especially, are going to be starting with health, which freshman health is boat safety. There are some other topics that we're going to cover after that, but all freshmen will get their boating license in the first couple of weeks that they're here, whether they're remote, hybrid, or in person. They're all going to be getting that, and that takes a couple weeks. For senior health,
we are going to do some CPR and some other health topics as well. I'm looking to find the best way to accommodate everybody to get the CPR certification, even the remote students, and we will also be giving out gloves to the kids. They're welcome to bring their own, but we are trying to mitigate contact surfaces touching, so it worked well first semester. Everybody, when we had a game that had one ball, everybody put it on. And if they were touching their mask or had to touch their face, they would take the glove off, adjust, and then put the glove back on. Also, you could bring a reusable water bottle or refillable. The water fountain is only open for that. The drinking fountains are not open. The locker rooms are not open. And if you do have phys ed, we expect you to have sneakers every single day.
As far as the gloves go, once you're given them, they're going to be your responsibility to bring. If you would rather bring like a batting glove or a receiver glove or a lacrosse glove, the ones we're giving you are good. They don't make your hands sweat too much. You can throw them in the washing machine. But if you have some type of other athletic glove that's not going to hinder your performance, that's completely acceptable as well. Like Ms. Wolleon said, there's really no way to get a drink unless you have a reusable bottle. We have filling stations that they can fill them up, but the actual water fountains are currently off and capped right now. If there are any issues with the nurse, sometimes we understand that a student gets sick between when they left the house and when they get here, but generally if there's a reason that they can't take phys ed, we ask that there's a note from home or a note from a doctor. They bring that straight to the nurse, and that gets put on file with the nurse. Okay. If anyone's out for a number of days, maybe more than 3 or 4 consecutive days, they may get an alternative assignment. Especially if you have first block, if you are a hybrid student or an in-person student that day and you're going to be virtual, you must reach out to your teacher, Ms. Wolleon, or myself, and let us know that you're going to be virtually present. If we don't have some type of communication or contact with a student during the day, they're going to be marked virtually absent, okay? If they're supposed to be here present that day, then they'll be actually absent, all right? As far as grading goes, everybody is completely capable of getting a high A in here, no matter how athletic or not athletic you may be. It's all about being cooperative, participating. As the CDC changes their guidelines, we may be able to play different games. Right now, we're not using the equipment that much, especially with the freshmen. You're going to have bigger classes. It would be really hard to sanitize all that stuff in between use. But that's not to say we're not playing lots of other games and things like hockey that we can sanitize the sticks, in between blocks, or anytime there's a shared ball if we're using gloves, stuff like that. So we're making the best of the situation. Every week or two, we're discovering new games that we can play within the regulations and making it fun for the kids. Those students who are home, once health is done, they're going to be doing an at-home workout. It requires no equipment, which would be nice to keep the kids moving. The idea is that the students work out at home, and then when they come in, they're getting some type of release of running around and playing a game while they're actually present here. here at school.
And the same thing for the seniors, they'll be given independence so that the days you're here, you're going to be active with us. And the days you're home, you're going to be doing independent workout. And if you're completely remote, you fill in some of the gaps. You may get a written assignment once a week because there may be things that we discuss in passing here that, we'll just pass the topic along to you. Also, we're going to try to, as the weather progressively gets nicer, right now it's not the greatest season, but as the weather is nicer, we do try to take a walk once a week. We try to do some community service with trash pickup towards Wawa and maybe use that as a treat. But we do try to get outside as often as possible. And even though we are outside, we have to comply by the CDC guidelines of staying spaced out. 6 feet apart, especially if you go outside for a mask break, you must be 6 feet apart and, have that time to breathe. And we do consider that into our program or a time slot, getting a mask break, going outside, taking that into consideration.
And please don't hesitate if you have any questions to reach out to us. It's going to take a little bit, especially for the freshmen. It'll take a little bit of time getting settled in, but within the first couple of weeks, we'll be good to go. So look forward to meeting everybody.